worked on this painting live on Instagram, and now I'm finishing it up right now. I stopped halfway through in the live session, and now I'm going to add the final details to everything. This is gonna be it. After this painting will be complete, and I will be putting it out for sale. But right now, I'm adding like I said, right now is the highlights that I'm working on, basically, and just bringing in the light that was there that beautiful morning when I painted this. And I got there before the light even came out to have enough time to set up. And when the sun actually started rising over the mountain or hill there in the back, that's when everything started getting beautiful. I mean, the sun just illuminated sections of the landscape. It's funny how the light should cover the whole thing, but it seems to highlight little sections of the landscape more than others, and everything just sticks out so beautifully. Like I said, the light is not all across. It's like the sun hits a section of a leaf here and a section of a leaf on the other side, and then the light is a little bit brighter on one side and not as bright on another. And it's amazing how nature behaves. The reason why I love doing landscapes. When I was in high school, I did nothing but wildlife, and that involved a little bit of a landscape too, but you had to concentrate more on the animal that you were painting. So, but after that, I went into graphic design. That's where I got my degree in. I went into advertising and publishing. I worked in publishing and advertising, owned my own business for a while, and I taught also for a while. So I was teaching that for a little while, and I mean, it's like I said, it's just one thing that led to another, where I decided not to do wildlife anymore. And even though I stopped painting for a while I was doing graphics, I never picked up a brush. It's funny that it took Hurricane Katrina to get me back to painting. I went back to my business and noticed all the disaster. Basically, the business was completely submerged in water. The building had 9 feet of water on one side and 11 on the other, so you can tell how well balanced that thing was. The foundation was not very sturdy, but then when I went home, the house was pretty much safe, but a tree did fall on one side, so a little bit of water went through. And I found a Tupperware floating with all my paints from high school, and I took that as a sign to get back to painting. So that's basically what I did. I took all the paints out of the container, checked them all out. Some of them were no good anymore. Basically, so many years they were not moist and usable anymore. But some of them were really good. Back then, I used top of the line paints also. Every time I sold a painting, just like I do now, I would invest in it. But so that is sort of got me back into painting. It's got a nice little light there. Not as bright as the top. The top is where the sun is really hit those leaves there. This little cluster of leaves got truly illuminated by the sun. The sun was just hitting them, and man, they lit up. And the colors just became so beautiful. It was unbelievable. And like I said, nature just blows me away all the time. It's amazing what nature can do, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to even understand how things work. But yeah, nature has a way of leaving you in awe. I'm going back to a little bit of the shadows, which is a mixture of one of my greens that I mixed with ultramarine blue, and then I brought in a little bit of the purple that I used in the hill with it also, just to bring a little bit of balance to it. Here, this is like a little dried out little area here. It was a little bit dark, but I don't want it to stick out like a sore thumb. So it's the first time that I introduced a small brush. Everything else that I used in this canvas was larger than this. This is the first time I bring in this small brush here. This painting was not supposed to be that much about detail. I wanted it to be a little bit loose, but so far I'm very satisfied with the end result. And like I said, if you guys want to see the entire thing from the beginning to end, go to my Instagram page, and I have all the videos that I went live with. I saved them there. This is like a whole bunch of rocks here, but I don't want them to be that detailed, because if I'm just putting an impression of what I want. If I detail, then I gotta go back and detail the entire painting. It's gonna look weird, and that's not what I want. I like the effect that I have going on here. So this is beautiful. I'm very satisfied with it now. I gotta let it dry. I'm gonna sign it as soon as before I go to bed tonight. I can't sign it sideways. Since I'm filming right now, I'm painting a little bit sideways, and that's a little bit of a challenge. I never signed a painting in a sideways format. I brought a little bit of warmth in here, and I'm thinking of bringing in a little bit more. Let me see. This is when you see it in the palette, it's actually not that warm, but when you bring it into the canvas with the relationship of the other colors, it becomes a little bit warmer. See that? You see how that looks warmer than what it truly is. In the palette, it looks cooler, but when you bring it in here, just to introduce some of this color here, I don't want that color. I want to bring it into the rest of the canvas. I just don't want it there, because then what it does, it separates it, and you don't have the nice harmony that you get from balancing your colors. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is going to be it. It's the end of this painting here. And this painting was a study for a commission, by the way. The commission I'm working on right now, I can't really share that because the collector that commissioned it does not want it online. He's worried about NFTs, I think, and I don't know what else. I respect their wishes. I don't even question them. When they say no, it's no, and that is it. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys spending your time watching this. And if you want to watch the full one, go to my Instagram page, and that is Gus, Gus Lopez, Lopez 660. Thanks.